Hi, it's Eddie from Wheelie Tropicals coming to you from my tiki bar today. I'm going to do the August tour. I think it's probably the first time in a very long time that even I've been impressed with the garden. So make sure you stay tuned for this one. So I'm going to start the tour from within inside my tiki bar. I've just done a video on my tiki bar, straight out through the bifolds. I've never actually taken you through this way, but the bifolds open all the way up. I've got this artificial stuff that kind of blends the outside in. So as you walk out straight onto the patio, I've got this lovely pergola above with all these goby lights that you can set to different kind of colours and themes and things like that. We've got a lovely seating area which we now take advantage of. If I start from some of the house bunty section and more rare stuff, I've got the mani hut, which I've grown from seed. It's the only one out of 3 packets that actually grown. I'm hoping to get some fresh seed off it so I can try it again. As I said in my first original videos, I was lucky enough to be given this 40-odd-year-old Monstera, which has really kind of gone off to the side. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of grown off to the side. Got to put this back in the bedroom as well in a couple of months. I've got this evergreen shrub, which I can never remember what the name was. This canthus grass is now absolutely towering. It's got to be 8 foot tall now. Got another Alocasia, I think it's Colocasia, over there. That was a bush that was full of pink flowers called, I think it's called Doozy or something along those lines. Strawberry fields, absolutely brilliant for pollinators. If I move this out of the way, I've got one of the best examples of a Fatsia spider's web I've ever seen. It looks fantastic. Coloration on it is beautiful. Not a single mark on it. Now this pergola's kind of giving it the right conditions. I've got this Schefflera as well. Back to the Phyla. That one's called, it's sized up really well. I've got my Easter Island head in my little dumping ground there. The Fatsia is great, and the palm tree is absolutely huge. I hadn't noticed it growing the other day, but it's absolutely towering over now. I'll give you the overview of the garden so you know what you're in for. But some beautiful things in flower this time of year. It's absolutely sensational. Got some bamboo just kind of holding the pergola leg while I get myself sorted and get the base kind of done. The Acanthus mollis, I've said time and time again, needs to be in more people's gardens. It's absolutely Jurassic looking. It's huge, glossy leaves, beautiful shaped cut leaves. I don't know what else you want. Wicked for a shade area. In there is the new section I've done of Colocasias. The pink chinas have done really well. Beautiful coloration on the stems, which goes with this. I think it's osteospermum. If it isn't, I've been mispronouncing what it is or misidentifying it for the last 3 videos. I've got this huge formium. This is the Canna, the banana Canna musifolia. I put that in, it's really gone for it. It was looking really small. It was about half that size a couple of weeks ago. Again, I got another Fatsia that's in full sun. All the formiums at the moment, I've got seeds on them. One thing you have to be careful about these is they do stain your fingers. They have like some type of like dye in them. So when I've been out and about, I think it was like in a couple of supermarket car parks, and I had them all in seed, and I tried to pinch a few just to see if I could grow them from seed. My hands were absolutely stained. Didn't even grow either after all of that. Again, I got in there, that's the Ensete ventricosum Montbelliardi, which I bought because it's beautiful, but also just because it's a great name to pronounce. Got another, the smaller one, of the one I always refer to as the ugly sister, because those 2 palm trees were bought at the same time. Although it is flushing, it's never quite there. And that one gets more sun as well, so you'd have thought it'd be happier. Euphorbia is looking glorious. It really looks great. The colour on the Colocasia, absolutely fantastic. In this section, I tried to go for a bit of purpley reddy green. So I've got the Musa, which I don't think you can beat. The back sides are beautiful. Really, really beautiful colour on that one. Goes really well with the Persicaria, Red Dragon, and then off to the side there, which has both the green and purple, is Purple Fantasy. I tried to keep this theme on as if I know what I'm doing. with the Canna Cleopatra with the green and purple. So you can see they're all kind of similar themed within that. Apart from obviously this one standing out like a sore thumb, but there's something about that red and purple combo that really works. It's a good pop of colour. I've got one of the Mahonias down there. I think that's Sweet Winter. And then there's a couple of nice bamboos over at the back. One's Barinda. I think it's on the KR series. It's supposed to be a blue bamboo, but it's flushing now, but it's got no coloration on it. This one here, again amongst the spiders, it's got a nice yellow coloration on it. It might have been missold that a couple of people have said it's not necessarily what I thought it was, but that's fine. It looks nice anyway. This time of year, and I'm a huge fan of these Dahlias. I think they need to be in more people's gardens. They look absolutely stunning. Got Echinacea that looks a bit dishevelled, if I'm being honest. Got a smaller Trachycarpus down there and a Bootia that I grew from seed that again looks straggly. The cannas over there look fantastic, and again within that purple, pink, green theme. Hedechium, that one's just called Stephen. It's got its flowers on now. It's kind of a bit crocus looking, very large plant. Around here I've got the agave, Mediopicta, some dahlias which look terrible. The pond's set up now, everything's finished flowering now, we've just got a bit of foliage left. Got the agave, that one I think it's Marginata or Variegata, one or the other, told by Dazzler, which goes with the green and yellow. Got a nice red canna in there which doesn't seem to be doing anything major. The Iochroma Australis, I believe would have been in flower now. It's normally covered in like purpley blue bell-shaped flowers. I've got the Arundo Donax, which is variegated Spanish reed. I'll get that spider web off. Musa Laciocarpa, which is the yellow lotus banana. Around here I've got the absolutely huge Gunnera. I cut off all the bigger leaves because they were just everywhere. I couldn't even get past them, and they are so sharp and serrated and just really not friendly at all. This section, if you ignore my plant stall thing there, is I've got another giant miscanthus over in the back. I've got this one was called Penicetum, something like that. That's about the closest I'm going to get. I did try to remember the name for that one. I've got two of those in there, which are these grass on the ends. Absolute perfect purple kind of chocolate colour on there. The Persicaria on this side looks absolutely fried, and I know it does well if you cut it all back, the colour flushes and all the rest of it, because like the new growth has far more coloration in it than the older stuff. I've got a Fatsia polycarpa green fingers, which again is looking a little bit frazzled. It looks wicked in there. It's a nice Fatsia to have. The T-Rex is like the year that could have been. It's done absolutely nothing. It died back. It kind of looked like it was about to flush, and they died back again. So I'm probably going to rip that one up. I did end up with this section here in my lawn, which was me digging out the other one. So I have got a couple spare. That Persicaria, I've just noticed, is gone right the way up there. There's a bit more of a scrambler. Got another Fatsia, bamboo at the back, it hides my shed. Another one of those miscanthus. The hosta that has absolutely survived every single slug. Beautiful looking lily there. Another one of the Dahlias. That one's normally covered in white flowers. I'll see if I can overlay it. Cordyline australis, Heuchera. I've got some of these Brunneras, which were sent to me by mistake. They were supposed to be iris. Don't know how you confuse those two things together, but hey ho. Another one of those Pennicetum, I think they're called. The absolute stunner of the garden. There's this canopy above me. Look at that. Right up and over. Huge, huge Musa basjoo. Another Crocosmia. I don't know what else you want from a plant. They're absolutely fantastic. That one stands 4 or 5 foot tall as well. I'm not exactly sure what it was. I thought it was Lucifer, but it isn't. It's not red enough. But it's a really, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up. It's a beautiful colour. Really interesting. I've got the Euphorbia John Phillips, which is filled out. I'm going to try and overlay this, because the size upon this is insane. Anyone just be careful when you're planting those, because they need room, and I know that's not the right place for it. It was just the only space that I had available. This one's done really well, kind of snaking its way all the way through, and that's Buddleia globosa. I want that to fill up all that blank section there. It's got nice yellowy orange looking flowers on it. Again, I got the Chimerops that's in there, Persicaria that's overhanging in there. I've got a variegated bamboo, and then spin it around so you can see the whole garden in one. So that's our kind of seating area. All the way around, and it's good because you've got those kind of pops of colour which stick out on the left hand side, and also the same Crocosmia that sits on the right hand side. So when you take a seat, and I change the level on this, let me move those two Ricinus out of the way, changes the level. It's a fantastic place to sit. I couldn't be more happy with this garden. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more tropical content, because I'm going to be planting loads more. I've got 2 greenhouses full of stock ready to go.